What's up, guys? This is Chris from DraftDashboard.com.
Here are my DFS picks for NFL Week 14 Final Look.
These picks apply for DraftKings and FanDuel. Before I get started, please drop a like on this video and hit that red subscribe button
And hit that bell icon
so you don't miss our new videos.
In this video, I'm going to go over each position and break down a couple of my favorite players for this NFL DFS Week 14 main slate. And if you stay to the very end after all my picks and after I show you the Draft Dashboard tools, I'll give you my super secret sleeper pick that no one's talking about. Okay, my Week 14 quarterbacks, I'm looking at Aaron Rodgers, Kirk Cousins, Matt Ryan, Tom Brady, Sam Darnold, Ryan Tannehill, Kyle Allen, Phillip Rivers, and even David Blah. So I got quite a few quarterbacks on my list to play this week, but one of my favorite quarterbacks is going to be Matt Ryan from the Atlanta Falcons playing the Carolina Panthers, who have the 9th worst defense overall. And although they've been pretty good against opposing quarterbacks, Matt Ryan has averaged 21.5 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 2 rush attempts per game. He scored 23 fantasy points last week. He's going to be about 6% owned, projected at 19.1 fantasy points here in Week 14. He's $6,600 DraftKings salary and $1,000 more on FanDuel. Now, Vegas thinks there's going to be 48.5 points scored in this game, so that's a high-scoring game, and they have the Falcons favored by 3.5. This is a home game. Matt Ryan's been pretty consistent outside the 10 fantasy point game he put up 2 games ago. I like that this is a home game and a high-scoring game and a competitive game, so I like Matt Ryan here versus the Carolina Panthers. Okay, everyone, it's time to announce the winner of our $100 weekly comment contest. And the winner is Nico Haley. Nico Haley, congratulations. You are the winner of this week's weekly comment contest. Please reply to our comment to collect your prize.
Before I continue with the picks, I'm excited today because we added a new contest for everyone watching.
If you want to enter the drawing for $100 PayPal,
all you need to do is like this video, hit that subscribe button, and make a quick comment below to be entered into the drawing. We'll reply to a random comment and let you know that you won.
And then we'll send you $100 PayPal.
So it's that easy?
And we pick a new winner every Saturday and announce them in our video.
So get your comment in now so I can add another entry for you.
Okay, let's take a look at the running back position. My Week 14 running backs are going to be Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb, Leonard Fournette, Aaron Jones, Melvin Gordon, and Benny Snell Jr. And my favorite running back here in Week 14 is Leonard Fournette from the Jacksonville Jaguars playing the LA Chargers, who have the 6th best defense overall, but they give up the 6th most fantasy points to opposing running backs. Leonard Fournette has averaged 19.5 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 18.3 rush attempts per game and 6.8 pass targets per game. He got 11 and 12 pass targets in the last 2 games, so monster volume. He's going to be about 11% owned, on the field for 88% of the snaps. He's projected at 19.7 fantasy points here in Week 14. He's $7,800 DraftKings salary and $300 less on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 43.5 points scored in this game. They have the Jaguars trailing by 3, but that's a close game, and this is a home game, so I like Leonard Fournette here versus the LA Chargers. Okay guys, if you're getting any value from this video, please hit that red subscribe button. We put out new fantasy football videos every day. So if you hit that subscribe button and ring that bell notification, you won't miss out on any of our new fantasy football videos. Tons of free stuff coming your way. It only takes a second, and it helps us push out more fantasy football content for you guys to consume each and every day. It's because of you subscribers that make this possible. So thank you for supporting this channel. Okay, let's take a look at the wide receiver position. My Week 14 wide receivers are going to be Devontae Adams, Stephon Diggs, Julio Jones, Devontae Parker, Odell Beckham Jr., Robbie Anderson, and Curtis Samuel. Now, I'll have some other wide receivers in my player pool, but those are the guys that I have the most interest in. And the guy that I like the most is Stephon Diggs from the Minnesota Vikings playing the Detroit Lions, who have the third worst defense overall, and they give up the 9th most fantasy points to opposing wide receivers. Stephon Diggs has averaged 15.7 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 6.2 pass targets per game. But Adam Thielen has been out, so he got 9 pass targets last game. So he should have an increased pass volume on the field for 80% of the snaps. He's going to be about 5% owned, projected at 15.7 fantasy points here in Week 14. He's $7,600 DraftKings salary and $400 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 43.5 points scored in this game. They have the Vikings favored by 12.5. So there's a little risk here that they get up big and abandon the pass. But I think Dalvin Cook is going to take it easy this week. He suffered an injury last week. We don't know if he's 100%. This is a home game, a fantastic matchup. Adam Thielen is out. So I like Stephon Diggs here versus the Detroit Lions.
Real quick, guys, I got great news. For a limited time, we're offering a full 30-day trial to Draft Dashboard. You can try all the tools for NFL, and you can try the tools for NBA. This is a great time to get in and try everything for 1 month. The tools are all about saving research time. You can see the last 3 games, the fantasy points per game, the targets they got per game, so you can see how involved they are in the offense, the rushes they got per game. Seeing all this stuff on one screen helps you save time and make better picks. Oh, and if you're tired of doing research every day, we just added a cheat sheet that shows hand-picked plays for the slate. No confusing stat lines, no headaches, just a simple cheat sheet that shows the absolute best players for your lineups.
Okay, moving on to the tight end position. I like Darren Waller, Kyle Rudolph, Ryan Griffin, Jimmy Graham, and those are the guys that I'm most interested in. But my favorite out of that list is Darren Waller from the Oakland Raiders playing the Tennessee Titans, who have a middle-of-the-pack defense overall, but they give up the 6th most fantasy points to opposing tight ends. Darren Waller has averaged 14.5 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 7.3 pass targets per game. He got 9 pass targets last game, scored 20 fantasy points. He's going to be about 15% owned, on the field for 91% of the snaps, projected at 14.1 fantasy points here in Week 14. He's $5,800 DraftKings salary and $400 more on FanDuel. Vegas thinks there's going to be 47.5 points scored in this game, and they have the Raiders trailing by 3. This is a home game, a great matchup. Darren Waller's getting a ton of volume. He's been super productive all year long. So I like Darren Waller here versus the Tennessee Titans.
If you want to try all these daily fantasy tools for yourself, click the link in the description below this video or just go to draftdashboard.com. You can use our DFS lineup optimizer to build quality lineups using our picks and your own custom player pool. Click the link in the description below this video and try all these daily fantasy tools right now. Thanks so much for watching. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel and hit that bell icon so you can get instant updates whenever we post a new video. You've unlocked the bonus content.
Okay, my super secret sleeper pick for NFL Week 14 is Demaryius Thomas from the New York Jets playing the Miami Dolphins, who have the second worst defense overall, and they give up the 3rd most fantasy points to opposing wide receivers. Demaryius Thomas has averaged 5.8 fantasy points per game on the season, getting an average of 5.4 pass targets per game. He's going to be about 3% owned, on the field for 67% of the snaps, projected at 6.9 fantasy points here in week 14. He's $5,000 FanDuel salary, but he's $1,300 less on DraftKings. So I love that DraftKings price. Vegas thinks there's going to be 46 points scored in this game, and they have the Jets favored by 5. So this is a home game, a fantastic matchup. So I like Demaryius Thomas here versus the Miami Dolphins.
Thank you so much for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video, please smickety smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Oh, and please comment below with your favorite player for this NFL slate. I love to hear what you guys have to think. Thanks again and good luck. Do you want more fantasy football picks? Check out the video linked right in the middle of the screen. If you got any value from this video, please tap that subscribe button before you get out of here and ring that bell notification so you won't miss our daily fantasy football uploads. We're putting out new videos every day, so I don't want you guys to miss any of our free content.